So we've made it, everyone. Hardknott Pass. That is the road we're going to tackle. Coming down on a motorbike. Yeah, horrible. I'm not looking forward to this way up. Hello everybody and welcome back to the second part of Hardknott and Wrynose Pass. But before that, we're going to take a little stop off at the Roman fort, which Rob and myself, to be fair, really wanted to see. So we're going to take a quick stop there before we tackle Hardknott Pass, the opposite direction, one which I really wasn't looking forward to. The ride up to the fort actually was quite a pleasant one, so it does look a bit steep, and it was. There was a few tight bends on there, but nowhere near as typical as coming down this way. So it was just a nice steady ride, and it just really kind of eases you in to what's coming up next. But like I said before, first and foremost, we need to make a stop off at this Roman fort and see what it's all about. And watching this back, it actually didn't feel like the fort was this far away, but clearly it was. I did remember at the time where it was. You see me here, just flagging into Rob where the fort is. So we made it to the fort, had a little look around, taking my earplugs out, more on that in a few episodes time, but the bike so far hasn't let me down. It was a beautiful spot, and with a little look at the fort, it was then time to look at the way up. Must be so hard on a push bike, but coming down on a motorbike, yeah, horrible. I'm not looking forward to this way up. And with that said, the fort was all done. It was time to get back on the bike and start the ascent, doing it the opposite way around, which some people have said is more challenging. I'll leave that there with you, but if you have done it before, let me know in the comments if you found going the opposite direction more challenging than going, I guess I want to say, the normal direction. So this is the bit that I was dreading. It was going through that hairpin bend where I put my foot down on the descent. Actually, it might be in this one. At this point, they all look the same, but these are steep and I wasn't enjoying this whatsoever. But glad I made it without having to put a foot down the whole time on this way around. So I guess overall for me, I did find that easier, but in the back of my head, I just needed to give it some gas and get up the ascent, really. So there's the top done. So now it's all about coming down. Let's see how I tackle this one. So the way down actually isn't that bad. I know that the harder bits are coming up, as the start hard knot is the tight bends, but this bit is just taking in the beautiful scenery. See, there's loads of people up there just chilling, walking around. There is still some traffic obviously coming up, but at this point I felt really relaxed, pretty good about the climb from the previous bit, and yeah, at this point I was just really enjoying myself coming down actually. So after that slow but steady way around, I completed it. You can see there from the little fist bump, I was incredibly pleased with myself. But little did I know that that wasn't the hardest bit, or that wasn't the last one. At the very least, I did have another few of those hairpins to tackle before I could officially say I've done both ways across Hardknott. So let me know in the comments how you all found the video so far. I know this is a voiceover rather than me talking live into the mic. I do believe that'll be so much easier for me to film. I just need to get my my communications in my helmet figured out before I can do that. But we have completed Hardknott, so if you've watched the first video and this one, well done, you've now completed it along with me. This is the end of Hardknott if you're coming in from the way that I've just done, and if you've again watched the first video, you see this is the start of Hardknott there, and you've got Wrynose Pass just to your left hand side going through those mountains. So this is the very end of it. At this point then me and Rob decided to again tackle Wrynose Pass from the other direction. So the rest of the video you are going to see that, but stay tuned even, because I have some camera angles which I'm really keen to get your feedback on a little bit later on in the video rather than just the POV of me. So that's the end of the video. I did film some footage in the pub that me and Rob stopped at, but we sat outside and the traffic from the road is inaudible for what we were doing. So rather than making you sit through that and another voiceover, I figured I'd get the camera out and then film the summary right here. So hopefully you enjoyed this video as well as the last one. It's a two-part series of going through Wrynose Pass and Hardknott Pass. Figured there's not much on Wrynose on YouTube, so I left that bit in because we rode through Wrynose anyway to get through to Hardknott. So hopefully you did enjoy that. They are longer videos, so if you can let me know whether you want to see 15, 20, 25, 30-minute videos, or whether you want me to stick to the tried and tested 10-minute videos. I'd love to get your feedback on the channel. If you have made it this far, thank you all very, very much, and I'll see you all in the next one.